talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they got one the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Make way for the big shots, big balls, big rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan, get lost, we've been this wrong. Look at me now, they can't hold me down, so give me the crown. We're not the same, we're not the same, we're not the same, we run everything. We're not the same, we're not the same, they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast here tonight on Mustang Media. Tonight we got the 3-2 Mustangs going up against the 4-0 Wahpeton Huskies. Joining alongside me tonight is Dan Wolf, not Aaron Knodel. Dan Wolf is back. How are you doing, Dan?
Better than I deserve, probably, Grant. Good to be back. Exciting games on over the break. Sweep by the Mustangs against the crosstown rival Shanley Deacons, and opportunity tonight for the Mustangs. This is a really crucial three-game stretch of the season. And it's right after that Christmas break, and we'll probably go a long way in determining who's ready for this stretch run for the EDC. Tonight, obviously, as you mentioned, Cheyenne playing Wahpeton, the Huskies, undefeated in the EDC and overall for the year. On Thursday, they will be taking on the crosstown rivals, the West Fargo Packers, who are in second place, or tied for first, I guess, technically in the EDC. And then on Saturday, they take on Red River, the first place team. So here's a great chance to make up some ground on some teams that are ahead of you by only one game in the loss column. But these are going to be three pretty important games for the Mustangs coming up in just half a week.
Yeah, and if you see back to the records, Cheyenne coming off 3 straight wins, looking for a fourth. Like we said earlier, Wahpeton 4 straight against some pretty good opponents. One of the opponents that Cheyenne will have to play in Red River. So, yes, crucial, very crucial game just to get back in the standings, get back up there and get the momentum back, keep flowing.
Absolutely, and this is that time of the season that this is when, you had those couple weeks before Christmas, couple of games that, you did play Davies in there, but you're kind of working to see what's that rotation going to look like, who's going to see the crucial minutes, those types of things. And now there's no looking back. There's not many days off. The Red River game on Saturday is a makeup from a game that was supposed to take place before Christmas and was postponed due to weather. So, as a coach, I'm guessing if we ask Coach Wingenbach, he'd maybe like to stretch these out a little bit and not have to play 3 tough opponents in a row. But what a great measuring stick for your team. They're going to find out, are we ready to play? Are we ready to contend for, the EDC title? And so it'll be an exciting 3 games here as we head into, the meat of the EDC schedule.
So if we look back to this West Fargo team coming up, they're 4-0 in conference, or 5-0 in conference play. They're 1 loss coming against a very, very stout Minot team.
Yeah, and I had a chance to see a little bit of that game, and boy, Minot, if Minot plays like that, I have a hard time, not having seen Red River in person yet. But boy, Minot has those 2 6-footers, the MVP from the state tournament last year, 2 fresh, and they're only freshmen.
Yes.
That's what's amazing. These are players that are getting looks from D1 schools already, and they were impressive against the Packers. So, but I think, again, probably for the Packers, it was the first game of the year, and here's a chance to kind of measure yourself. And so, everyone's kind of positioning themselves to hopefully go on that run that you mentioned and hopefully give yourself good standing as we head into the middle of the EDC schedule.
So with that, we'll head down we'll take a short break for the national anthem and starting lineups. We'll be back shortly soon after that.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
I think what makes Touchmark special is how you feel when you walk into Touchmark at Harwood Groves. We often hear that it's like a North Dakota hug.
I think it's the people that make Touchmark special.
One of the things that makes Touchmark is the caliber of the team members here.
You could ask them for anything, and they'll say, we'll take care of it.
Every day that we walk in these doors, we really take time to listen to each other, to listen to our residents, and to be there and to be a friend.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Over that short break, we had our mini Mustangs introduced. They'll be performing at halftime. So we'll look forward to that over halftime.
The future of the Mustang program,
Yes.
right there. Nice to see Coach Wingenbach and the Mustang team reaching out and working with those youngsters and making them a part of, feel like they're a part of the program here tonight.
So as we see the starting lineups, who do you think is the X factor for the Cheyenne team?
For Cheyenne, you know, I think you gotta. I think there's two things to consider tonight. One, you know, is Maya Metcalf and Carson Sanders on the interior. Scout Woods, a sophomore for the Mustangs, is very strong, powerful post player that commands a lot of your attention on the glass, and
Yep.
she dominates as a rebounder, and so they're going to have to account for her on the offensive end, Wahpeton's offensive end, the defensive end for the Mustangs, and we're going to need both Sanders and Metcalf around that basket a lot. The other thing, the last game that I called, not being here for the Shanley game, against Devils Lake, we still struggle with pressure. And so I think it's going to be important that we see Peyton Breidenbach and Brenna Dick really doing a good job of taking care of the ball and not the careless turnovers that we saw at the beginning of that Devils Lake game. Obviously, as that game went on, Cheyenne did a much better job of taking care of the ball, but early on it was sloppy, and when you're playing a three-game stretch like this, then these are teams that, in order to compete with them, you have to take care of the ball. You have to control the glass, those sorts of things. And so those are the two things I'm most interested in tonight, seeing that we have an inside presence with Carson Sanders and Maya Metcalf, and then that we take care of the ball as we get out and move the ball on offense.
Looking back at last game, I know you weren't here, but you certainly saw Brenna Dick with 35 points in that win.
That was impressive.
Yeah, so
You know, I think getting downhill, the one thing that she does so well, she's so athletic, and when she gets downhill and gets to the basket, it causes all sorts of problems for a defense.
Yep.
And so I think if you can keep that pressure on, and we talked about in that Devils Lake game, there were times Cheyenne broke the press, but then settled for a quick shot. You know, it's one thing to break a press, or it's one thing to put yourself in position, but don't settle for shots. Let's take high percentage shots. Let's take the shot that we're hoping for, and then we'll go from there.
Exactly. Sloppy basketball has plagued both boys and girls in the past, so
you know, and that's
just high school.
It is, and you talk about it like in especially in football, you got to win the turnover battle. And obviously turnovers happen at a much greater frequency, and they can hurt you less in basketball. But it's still a fairly tried and true statement that you've got to take care of the ball. And if you don't take care of the ball, then you're in trouble. And so I think that's something we're going to have to make sure that Cheyenne is able to do tonight.
Cheyenne wins the tip. Sets up around the wing. Brenna Dick goes up with the right hand. Can't get that to fall. Maya Metcalf wins back the rebound.
So there we're seeing, you know, active on the offensive glass.
Breidenbach from 3.
So that was
just
nothing wrong with that shot. That was patient. You worked the ball. Great look for Breidenbach, just unable to cash in. And so that's what Cheyenne needs to do, is be patient on offense, get the look that you want. Nice little backdoor cut there by McKenna Coolmo. They didn't pick up on her right away, but that was a nice little slip back door.
One thing these Lady Huskies aren't too strong at is three-point shooting. 2 games ago, shooting 7% from the three-point line, and last game only shooting 14%. So like you said earlier, Scout Woods, big presence down low. So look for Cheyenne as we see a turnover there.
I think that, and Emma Bonchus had a really big game against Devils Lake their last time out, and I think had like 21 points. And so it's those senior leaders, Bonchus and Coolmo, that are really going to have to kind of control the tempo for Wahpeton. You know, Scout Woods is a really strong player, a good player, but she's a sophomore. So you're going to have to rely on some of that senior leadership, as we're going to see Breidenbach pick up her first here, guarding McKenna Coolmo. So obviously, Grant, the boys are in Wahpeton tonight, taking on the Huskies. If we have any updates to that game, we'll pass them along if we are able to do so. And there's a travel and extra step there by Amaya Max, just you know, kind of a little loss of focus there.
Peyton Breidenbach bringing the ball up for the Mustangs tonight, along with Brenna Dick.
Little 3-2 action from the Huskies here. You know, I think Cheyenne hasn't shot it great from the three-point line either as the year's gone on, as we see Metcalf active on the offensive glass again, and then that one goes up over the top of the backboard. But, you know, I think Wahpeton saying there, you know what, we're content to let you get some looks from the outside until you prove that you're going to knock them down. And it was good patience by Cheyenne getting the ball inside. It was a good look from Carson Sanders, unable to convert. Oh, great pick by Brenna Dick. This one is clear sailing. Oh. And that hurts doubly. You miss the bunny. You miss the easy basket.
And then draw a foul.
And then draw a foul off of the miss. And that's frustrating to see, because that was a great defensive effort by Brenna Dick, and then just to not do that. And, you know, for young players watching at home, I think a big part of that was not producing the angle that you need. Whenever you can, you want to come from that block and produce a flatter angle. She came straight down the lane, and then it's all about speed and timing and how soft you can put the ball off of the backboard, and that one just was a little too hard. And she had all sorts of time. Probably didn't realize how wide open she was. So again, the zone look here from the Huskies. They dump it in and
produce a turnover.
Yeah, quick hands. Knock it out of Carson Sanders' hands. Good backdoor cut and find for Scout Woods there. Great job by Metcalf holding her ground on defense, but that was a nifty little play there. And they're going to get Brenna Dick on a charge on that one. You can kind of see that one coming. Again, that's a pull-up. It's a jump stop survey and see what you got going on. That'll get Caitlin Haas off the bench for a quick substitution for Brenna Dick.
Brenna Dick's second foul of the game early on.
Coach Wingenbach arguing that there was a little movement there on the defensive player.
.55 left to go. Mustangs still up, only 2-0. Only 2 points coming off of, is that Brenna Dick's shot?
Yes.
Yep.
And
As you
then
see, Scout Woods drives.
evens the score there.
Yep.
So this is one of those spots, a little pressure that you got to take care of the ball. Nicely done.
Breidenbach up top.
So this is where I'd like to see, there you see Carson Sanders flash as Maya Metcalf unable to convert. You know, when you have a zone like that, you want to penetrate. You want to find those soft areas in the zone if at all possible.
And Breidenbach's three is good.
Peyton Breidenbach cashing in. Give that defense something to be concerned about. That draws your attention away from the outside. You might get yourself a good quick look, or it draws their attention away and it opens up an easier look from the outside to Scout Woods.
Shot no good. Finally pulled down by Carson Sanders. She's fouled.
I think they're going to get McKenna Coolmo on that one.
Yep. In for the Mustangs, Elena Holder and Cora Metcalf. Out. Coming out for the Mustangs is Carson Sanders and Brooke Johnson.
So this is that area. That was a good step through by Caitlin Haas there. This is that area that Cheyenne has struggled at times, dealing with the pressure, but no problem that time. Great find in there and swatted by Amaya Max. I think Cora Metcalf thought she was so wide open that was going to be an easy turn and put up, and ends up being a situation where it gets swatted. Oh, there's a good look.
Good defense there by Scout Woods. As Maya Metcalf shoots from three, and she nails it. Maya Metcalf from deep.
And that's going to elicit a timeout from Coach Watson of the Huskies.
That'll we'll have to do the same thing. Take a timeout, 8-2. Cheyenne is leading, 13:39 left to go.
Hi, I'm TJ Oshie here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. The Lake Town way of life is appealing to so many people.
We've got a thriving school system, coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, and hockey is the hub of our community. We're probably the last place left in Minnesota where hockey is actually free.
The way Marvin supports the town supports Marvin is awesome.
There's opportunities for you, work hard, self-educate. The sky's the limit here at Marvin.
Care close to home. So as you see, coming off of my Metcalf's three, Wahpeton Huskies trail by 6 early on. Hasn't been a huge scoring game so far.
Nice try by Haas there. Couldn't quite get her hand on it. Ooh, looked like maybe that was off of Scout Woods, but they're going to say it went off of Cheyenne. You know, I think maybe Coach Watson just talking about the fact, you know, that you're going to give up when you're playing a zone, you're going to give up looks, but I think what he was maybe more concerned with was the lack of contest on those shots, that there was no one closing out defensively for the Huskies. As there's a scrum for the ball, and McKenna Coolmo comes up with it as it's saved from going out of bounds.
Scoutwood drives in.
Yeah, and that's one over on the wing. Elena Holder has to be a little more aware of that, and you don't have to get over and help out, but you have to at least step in that direction. Give that appearance that you're in position to help out and give Scout Woods something to think about. We've seen that play run by by Wahpeton 2 or 3 times now, where Woods just pops to the top of the key, gets that ball, and then she turns and just gets to the basket and uses that strength that she has. And so there's got to be a spot where you start helping out, make her kick out. As you pointed out, Grant, Wahpeton struggles with the outside shot. Let's make him do that, as Hannah Herford can't control that defensive rebound, excuse me.
One of those situations where too many Mustangs are at the ball and can't pull it down. So it'll be Wahpeton's ball, 8-3, as Scout Woods makes 1 from 2 at the line. Coolmo tried to drive in, but couldn't find anything. Distance off Scout Woods.
Little dribble weave up top here by the Huskies. As Coolmo, there's under 10 to go on the shot clock. She's going to have to get going here. Under 5 now. Oh, good step through. Got a good look. Unable to convert.
Good rebound there by Elena Holder. Able to pull it down and dish it to Caitlin Haas. As that pass goes out of bounds. Tipped off of.
Half a beat late there from Haas. It was either get rid of it early to Hannah Herford or hold on to it as a Husky was able to step in front of that and pop it out of bounds.
Caitlin Haas off the inbound. Dishes to Herford on the wing.
Again,
looking for that.
Wahpeton content in that zone, so you got to just keep that ball moving. Oh, threaded the needle there by Haas, and Elena Holder unable to control it, but that was a really good pass, good recognition. You know, one of the areas I always think of when you're going against a 2-3 zone is working those corners or the short corners along the baseline. That's an area where players often kind of, fall asleep, so to speak, where they lose recognition in that area. We'll see if Cheyenne's able to do something about that and maybe attack that area as Brenna Dick brings the ball up the floor.
Drives in, puts up a floater. Can't get that to go. Almost gets her own rebound, but is pulled down by Abby Bronson. Wahpeton looking to set something up. It's Lunenborg on the wing.
Oh, good anticipation there by Brenna Dick.
That's swatted. She's fouled, actually, by...
They're going to get Bronson on that one. I was going to say, as she was going in, we know how comfortable Brenna Dick is dribbling with that non-dominant hand on the left side, and that was a much better angle for converting that layup, but she's fouled on the way and makes the first of 2, putting the Mustangs up by 6.
So early on, we've seen a couple tipped passes here by the Mustangs. We saw that last game. They were very active in the passing
defensively.
lanes.
Those hands up, that's such a difference maker. Just having those hands up and in positions, it makes it difficult for a defense to see, and you never know when you might get your hands on one of those.
Brenna Dick is 2 for 2 from the line. Bumping that score up, or that lead up to 7.
Good defense by Hannah Herford away from the basket there. Oh.
Good move by Bonches.
That was a really good move by Bonches, and Carson Sanders was in actually really good position. It looked like she had a chance to get that, but just unable to get a hand on it. As we see the Mustangs there, that's what you want. Get that ball inside, work it inside out, and that'll get you some good opportunities. Although Herford comes up short on that one.
Rebound pulled down by the Huskies. That's Max on the wing.
There's a good anticipation by Maya Metcalf there. They look for Bonches on a little backdoor look as we see the running floater by Brenna Dick there.
So Brenna Dick already off to a hot start in this game.
She's got half the Mustang points. She's been active defensively.
Hansen stuck on the wing, gets to Bonches. Bonches puts up a shot. That's no good, won't fall. Pulled down by Carson Sanders.
Great find.
Ball's kicked around a bit, but...
Even if you don't convert on that, that was just good up-tempo. That forces almost a good give and go there. Make that defense work in that zone. Players in a zone tend to get a little lazy physically, as we see Brenna Dick again with the floater. So if you keep that ball on a string and keep it moving, eventually that defense will be one rotation late, and that should get you a good look.
Hannah Herford. Oh,
I think she maybe got away with a little contact, but she got the steal, and then Bronson, a little frustrated by it, fouls her and picks up her second foul.
Into the game for the Mustangs, Peyton Breidenbach coming in for number 25, Brenna Dick. So again, we see the Mustangs being smart with the ball, just trying to find their open shot. Pass inside to Sanders. Sanders goes up with the left hand. She gets that to fall off the backboard.
Nicely done by Carson Sanders.
Lead is up 16-5, the Mustangs. We see Hansen kick to Max. Max driving in with the left hand, puts up a shot with the right hand. That's no good, pulled down by the Mustangs. Hereford not able to
took
reel
off
that
with
pass in.
before that ball was in her hands. Saw the opportunity to drive. Good hesitation by Bonchus.
And she gets
and
the
then
and
one. Chance for the old-fashioned 3. Good hesitation, and then she hit the gas, and that's going to be Breidenbach's second.
In for the Wahpeton Huskies, DeVries.
I think Cheyenne's done a really nice job on the half court defensively here. Maybe the only concern is that both Breidenbach and Brenna Dick have 2 fouls here with 8:48 to go in the half. You certainly don't want either of them to pick up that 3rd foul if you can help it.
DeVries gets the 3-point play to fall.
Great job there.
Good find there.
If you just keep your wits about you and don't panic with a quick pass, presses can be beaten actually fairly easily. That was a great job by Hannah Hereford. She spun away from the pressure and then found a wide open Maya Metcalf. Great job. Great. Scout Woods there on that backdoor cut. Thought she had a really good look. Carson Sanders tied her up for a travel. And so, again, great job in the half court by Cheyenne defensively.
Pass almost intercepted there, but it's luckily retained by the Mustangs.
Yeah,
that goes out of bounds.
That's a pass that just, if someone's wide open, it goes. If not, just take your time. See the floor.
You have 10 seconds to bring the ball up, so plenty of time. See, that's Kuhlmo on the wing looking for Scout Woods, but good defense by Brooke Johnson. Good backdoor cut. Pass a little off. Max puts up a...
That was a tough under the basket reverse layup, and she's able to convert. There's a good job. Maya Metcalf coming to the ball.
Showing her size. Carson Sanders shoots from the corner. Shot's hard and long rebound. Scout Woods goes up with the right hand in the quick 2 on that transition. That transition defense being a little sketchy for the Mustangs.
Well, I think that was all set up by that quick shot that maybe wasn't necessary. He broke just because, again, a shot presents itself doesn't mean it's the right shot. Good job by Hereford penetrating, getting to the basket, a little floater. And that last sequence then, when that quick shot was taken from the wing, that led to a transition opportunity for Wahpeton. They were able to convert on that. Where if you take your time, that gives your defense an opportunity to set up in the half court and prevents those easy break opportunities.
Good defense there by Carson Sanders to swat that shot away. That'll go out of bounds. It'll be Wahpeton ball. So you see Brenna Dick checking back in for the Mustangs for number 22, Hannah Hereford. It'll be
they get away with it.
Just before the shot clock goes off, Coach Wingenbach looking for an explanation.
Kuhlmo knew it was very little time left on that shot clock. She put it up a quick shot, and then Bonchus just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Good find there by Carson Sanders up to Metcalf, but Metcalf can't get her shot to go off the backboard. Kuhlmo trying to set something up. Takes it herself, puts up a shot, or no, past Jante, swatted away by.
And then swatted by Maya Metcalf on that one, I think.
Good defense there by Metcalf to swat that one away, but it'll stay the Huskies ball. Huskies finally get the ball into Bonchez. Bonchez trying to look down for the pass, no good.
Good pass.
Pushed up the court by Breidenbach to
great find by Brenna Dick. That rule is unless someone stops you defensively, you keep it penetrating. And Brenna Dick got so deep in the penetration there that by the time someone from Wahpeton decided they had to stop there, that left Brenna Dick wide open on the wing, and she's able to convert as Max is going to pick up. No, Olivia Hansen there to say on that one. Picks up her first foul.
Breidenbach can't get her free throw to fall, so it'll just be a 2-point play for the Mustangs. But
really good half-court defense by the Mustangs. Active hands. They're recognizing by and large those backdoor cuts. They've done a very nice job when they've had an opportunity to set up their half-court defense. They've played very well, as we see again. Peyton Breitbach getting those hands in there, knocking it away, being pesky.
Scout Woods checked back into the game, so Cuomo bringing the ball up, guarded by Caitlin Haas. Hansen looking for someone, picks up her dribble, passes Scout Woods on the top. Shot clock under 5 as that ball is tipped away by Peyton Breidenbach.
Good patience. Pull that one out. It wasn't there. Get it to Brenda Dick. She'll just shoot a floater.
Brenna Dick up to 10 points already early in this one. See Hansen's pass is tipped there by Breidenbach. Cuomo's shot goes up. That's hard.
And that was, I think, a good portion of that was seeing Cora Metcalf in her face there.
Good move there by Breidenbach. Goes up with the left hand and gets that to fall.
Great control.
Yeah.
Not out of control, flying up the floor, but just dribbling with her head up, seeing the floor, quick little move around, and another easy chance as she's got 12 here in the first half.
That's Cuomo on the wing, guard by Metcalf.
Good help there by Caitlin Haas.
Good rebound by Cora Metcalf, just reaching over the top. And Breidenbach, quick transition points again. She's up to 14.
Good hesitation. She saw the defender clearing out, hesitated, hit the gas, and got herself another look. As she now has half of the Mustang points.
Good move there by Bonches, but that's she's going to be fouled.
That is a really good move. Take that player up the lane, and then that spin move creates the opening you need to get to the basket. Maya Metcalf in pretty good position, but they're going to say got her on the hand in the act of shooting, so Bonches goes to the line for 2.
That's Maya Metcalf's first foul, 6th team foul for the Mustangs.
Wholesale line shift here, or line change for the Mustangs. Only Brenda Dick stays on the floor as Sanders, Holder, Caitlin Johnson, and Hannah Herford come in.
Second shot can't go, but long rebound pulled down by Cuomo. Guarded by Carson Sanders. This to Bonches, back out to Cuomo. Cuomo from 3. She can't get that to fall. Brenda Dick. This ball pushes up court.
Good find.
Herford's 3 goes.
Yeah, that was, boy, a couple wild possessions early on in the game, but Brenda Dick has settled down, and she's just calm and cool out there. That was a great job. She drew the defenders to her, found a wide open Hannah Herford for an easy look. That's the type of shot you want. Good backdoor cut by Scout Woods there, and good conversion. She's strong.
Brooke Johnson trying to break the press. Passes it to
I said Caitlin Johnson. I'm off by a few years there. It's Brooke Johnson when I said they'd come in. We say it and say Paige Johnson. That's her sister. That would have been really bad.
See Brenna Dick's pass gets intercepted there, and as we see, there's a little bit of conversation going down with the referees.
I think the question about maybe the shot clock, 3 seconds are dropped off, goes from 20 to 17. Still plenty of time for the Mustangs to get the ball in bounds and give themselves a look here. at something offensively, and I think they're going to say Hereford had just stepped in or was still out of bounds when she touched the ball. So turnover there. It doesn't seem that long ago, Grant, that it was like an 18-12 game, 18-14, and seemed like, boy, this is kind of tightening up here, and suddenly the Mustangs are out in front by 15, in control here with under 3 to play in the first half. That's a travel. Yeah, she got a little extra step in the takeoff there.
That's Bonchez.
So for Cheyenne, take care of the ball, get out of this without committing any more fouls in this first half. And, boy, you've got to be really happy, I would think, if you're Coach Wingenbach. Good find.
Travel there on Hannah Hereford. Just took
I think she was
one
going
too
to
many
dribble,
steps,
and then she saw a possibility of a pass to Carson Sanders, and a defender was there, and she took that half step before releasing the ball.
So 31-16, 2:40 left to go in this first half. Mustangs are up as Brenna Dick jumps out to an early scoring effort, 14 points early on. Bonchez, good move there.
Travel.
She's called for travel.
Oh, no, they're going to get I thought that was a travel.
I thought that was travel as well.
They're going to get Carson Sanders on the floor. That'll put Bonchez to the line for the 1-and-1.
Metcalf and Haas checking in for Hereford and Brenna Dick.
Still a 15-point lead for the Mustangs.
Rolls around the rim a bit and falls in. That's Maya Max checking in for the Huskies. Second shot. Hard off the back iron, pulled down by Maya Metcalf. Haas on the wing. Oh.
Good anticipation by Max there.
And she gets it to fall. Maybe one of those passes where you just illustrated a little too much.
Yeah. And as soon as it leaves your hand, you're sitting,
yeah.
I want that back. So 2:03 to go. Mustangs still leading 31-19. We'll step away and be right back.
We are back. Mustangs lead 31-19, 2:03 left in this first half. Early on, Brenna Dick has jumped out to a tremendous scoring effort, scoring 14 of the Mustangs' 31 points, almost half. And she's on pace for another terrific game. That's Haas, kicks to Metcalf in the corner. Good ball movement as that three gets the fall.
Metcalf has a lot of running to do on that baseline, and as the ball's coming to the wing, I was just going to say that the Mustangs need to wait just an extra beat and let Metcalf get over there and create that overload on one side. And she might have a good opportunity to get some shots up, and there we see her convert as Scout Woods doing a really good job working the interior, using her body and her size, her strength to create opportunities for easy looks.
Cheyenne able to break that press. Ball's fumbled around a bit by Carson Sanders, but she finds Maya Metcalf in the middle. Maya Metcalf shots off. Maybe looked like a little contact, but that ball will go out of bounds. Huskies ball. So early on, the two scorers for the Mustangs really out are Maya Metcalf with 8 and Brenna Dick with 14, like we said earlier. Kuhlmo on the wing finds Scout Woods. She's double teamed, puts up a shot. That's short. Good.
Nice job by Carson Sanders battling with Bonchez there for that rebound.
Carson Sanders took a little bit of beating as Caitlin Haas shoots from 3. In and out.
Ooh.
Good effort by Maya
Metcalf. Great position, flashing in there,
Yep.
getting that, and the Mustangs are going to retain possession here. a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock, 37.7 to go. We'll see if Cheyenne's going to be content to kind of hold it or maybe try and get a quick opportunity.
What was that? Pass nearly intercepted by
That was
Coolmo, but she fouls.
A little
Brooke
lackadaisical
Johnson.
there.
Yep. Good anticipation by Coolmo, but she's just a little late and draws the foul as Brenna Dick and Peyton Breidenbach check in for the Mustangs.
And that's a fresh 30 again with 31 and a half. So wouldn't be shocked to see Cheyenne try and use the clock here and bring this down to a last second sort of shot and prevent Wahpeton from getting one more possession here in the half. Yeah, be careful with that.
Wahpeton
as Amaya Max is waiting. She wants to jump that pass.
There's Brooke Johnson on the wing, dishes to Breidenbach. Gets a screen from Metcalf, dishes it off to Brenna Dick as she gets that floater from deep out to fall.
What a great finish to the half.
So the Mustangs lead coming into the second half. Well, will lead coming into the second half, 36-21. We'll take a short break and be back with our halftime analysis and maybe some, what is it, mini Mustangs or?
It is the mini Mustangs, will be on the floor performing what they've learned. A quick update from the boys game down in Wahpeton. Huskies leading Cheyenne 50-45 in the second half. We'll continue to update you that with that as we go here. Thanks to Tom Kirchhoffner, our on the spot reporter. And we're going to go ahead and let folks just have an opportunity to take a look at some of the mini Mustangs here. We'll step away from commentating, but we'll let you see what the mini Mustangs are up to.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not, as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
Hi, I'm Micah and I work at Marvin. I've been in the military for 8 years. I was a preventive medicine technician in the U.S. Navy, and so that translated over to working at Marvin and how can safety help make Marvin a better company. The culture of working at Marvin is probably the best one I've worked with other than being in the military. Working together and caring about each other. You feel like you're part of the family at Marvin. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Touchmark at Harwood Groves is located in South Fargo, North Dakota, on a 14-acre garden-like setting, and we have everything from cottages to apartments, a health club, activities. We tend to take groups of residents out downtown, which is just a very vibrant and growing community. The easiest way I can say it is we are going to treat our residents the way that we would treat our best friends. That's what it feels like, and that's what I love about my job. It feels like a family.
I chose a career in manufacturing because I wanted to come into work and not be at a desk all day. So with my role, I get to be out on the floor and working with other people and then come back to my desk and try and solve some of the problems that they're facing.
When people look at a manufacturing plant, they mostly just see line work. But there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that allows you to explore different kinds of network interfaces or problem-solving situations. There's machines and computers and human interface devices that are constantly being innovated into a manufacturing workplace.
The best days at work are when you get to solve the problem or when you finally get that aha moment and you know, okay, like this is gonna be it. Like this is what we've been thinking about. This is what we've been hoping for.
Knowing that I'm a part of building something very unique and important, that just makes me very proud.
Well, welcome back. The Mustangs lead 36-21 over the Wahpeton Huskies. If we look back over these first half stats, 15 from 28 the Mustangs are from the field, shooting 54%, 4 from 9 from three-point, 2 for 3 from the line. We look at the Wahpeton Huskies, they're shooting 9 for 24, 38% from the field, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. We outlined earlier in tonight's broadcast that Wahpeton wasn't too strong from behind the arc, and that's shown. 3 from 7 from the free throw line. Mustangs leading the rebounding 10-19 in favor of the Mustangs. Brenna Dick, really the major story of the first half, was 16 points, playing tremendous defense as well. Smart basketball, getting everybody involved too.
I think that's been the big thing. We talked about at the beginning of the game, you know, how will Cheyenne handle pressure? And Wahpeton tried a couple times, and really it's been more just token pressure since, because Cheyenne's done a much better job of just being calm, seeing the floor. They haven't been perfect, but you're never going to expect a high school team to be perfect when it comes to handling pressure. So they did an excellent job. Brenna Dick dribbling with her head up, very calmly, under control, has done an excellent job. And, we've seen her shoot that runner nonstop, and she's been hot with that tonight. But I think really we talked about controlling the boards and Metcalf and Sanders being big, and I think they've done that. But really, I think the defensive job that the Mustangs have done in the half court has been the difference maker. Outside of just a couple of letdowns, they've really played smartly. They've contested the ball, contested shots. They've not given up easy opportunities. They've taken Wahpeton, and they're going to get a Maya Max there with a little push on the offhand, an offensive foul.
Yeah, if we look just at the stats, talking about the Cheyenne defense, Cheyenne has 10 more shots than these Wahpeton Huskies. 5 steals, 2 blocks. Playing really sound defenses.
They're
Bach
playing
on the wing.
really smart. And we see now Wahpeton getting out of that zone look that kind of Cheyenne was eating them up with early in throughout much of the first half. Now they're going to that man look to kind of give a different look to the Mustangs and force them into maybe some poor decisions offensively, as I think that was Coolmo went hard to the basket and is going to draw the foul on Brooke Johnson, her first of the evening. So Cheyenne going to have to do a little adjusting here on the offensive end and think about how they want to attack this. And with that man look, it should give opportunities for a lot of players to get to the basket. So maybe look for Breidenbach, Carson Sanders, Maya Metcalf to look to get downhill and get going to the basket. As we see again, this is just really more token pressure. There's nothing really to that, as we see Brenda Dick split the defense there and take her runner, unable to convert. Goal good up and under, good pump fake, a little hard there, but good job by Carson Sanders.
Tremendous job by Brenna Dick, though, earlier on that, getting her own rebound and pulling it down.
And there, Lunenborg gets the not very often seen 3 for the Mustangs, or for the Huskies here tonight.
Breidenbach looking for something to get open as she dishes to Metcalf. Metcalf just sees an opening, drives in, pulls up. That's short and rolls around as Bonchez gets the rebound. Coolmo. That's Max. Good defense there by Carson Sanders to intercept that pass and push it up as Brenna Dick goes up with the left hand and just an awkward shot. Doesn't get that to fall. You see Coolmo up top, guarded tightly by Breidenbach.
Good anticipation by Peyton Breidenbach. Saw Coolmo was just kind of getting into a position and then picked up her dribble, and really good job by Peyton Breidenbach, as we've seen Brenda Dick miss a couple of opportunities here with the left hand.
2 uncharacteristically missed shots by Brenna Dick early on in the second half.
There's another block by Sanders. That one, you saw that coming.
Looks like Breidenbach tried to turn a shoulder, maybe to
I think maybe
not
try a
draw as
little
much
Euro
contact,
step or something to try and get past her, and just drove right into her, and the Wahpeton player had firmly established position long before that. So a little bit of a rough start coming out of the half for the Mustangs here, as the only points scored this half have been by the Huskies, but Cheyenne maintaining an 11-point lead. The defensive pressure has still been very good for Cheyenne, as Bonches dribbles that one on the sideline and it's going to be a turnover. So the defensive pressure continues to be really good for Cheyenne. Let's see if they can maybe calm down and run through a sequence and get a good look at a shot here on the half court offensively.
Brooke Johnson dribbles to the wing, kicks it to Breidenbach. Breidenbach looks down low for Hereford. Kicks it back out to Metcalf.
Under 10 now on the shot clock. It's got to be recognition here.
Kicks in Metcalf off the screen. Metcalf from 3. That's hard. Doesn't get that to fall. Pulled down by Max. Schoolmo drives in with the left hand. Goes up and under. Doesn't get that to fall. Rebounded by Metcalf. Breidenbach finds an opening. Kicks it out to Herford. Herford from 3. That's no good either.
Not a bad look. Just a really cold start for the Mustangs here as
that ball goes off Peyton Breidenbach's head, unfortunately.
The ball up in the air and Breidenbach standing out of bounds and it pops off her head. And that's going to go to the Huskies as Breidenbach comes out and Metcalf comes out. And we have Cora Metcalf and Carson Sanders replacing them. Also have Elena Holder coming in for
Brooke
Johnson. So Cheyenne still scoreless as we approach 4 minutes of the second half gone by.
Scout Woods being
good
tested by there by Brenda Dick. Drives in, strong, doesn't get, it's tipped around, and that's
good
jump
good
ball.
Fight by Cora Metcalf there. Had possession, fought for it, and possession's going to favor the Mustangs on that one.
Good physical play there.
Wahpeton falling back into the half-court defense. So really, I think the pressure that they put on the Mustangs so far tonight really hasn't been much of a factor.
Yep.
Cheyenne's done a good job of handling that. Just looking to try and get going somehow on the half-court here as Sanders can't handle that one, dribbles it off her foot, and Scout Woods, nice strong move to the basket. But
Good
can't
defense
convert.
there by Cora Metcalf contesting that shot. Good pass to Carson Sanders. Carson Sanders connects. 2-point jumper there on the wing.
Good
by
job
Carson
on the
Sanders.
short corner there, short corner jumper by Carson Sanders. See if that gets the Cheyenne offense moving. That was one of those, you had 3 Cheyenne defenders with their head turned, not recognizing where the ball was. No one in a position to step and help. They're going to say that was on the ground. NBA, that would have been good for a continuation, but they're going to say that one was on the floor. As Olivia Hansen picks that one up.
It's their second foul, second team foul for the Huskies. She comes out of the game for McKenna Coolmo.
Cora Metcalf jockeying for position. Bonchus just lets her slide through.
Risky pass there, but luckily converted as goes down low to Carson Sanders. She fouled. She'll go to line to shoot 2.
That was a good take and a good follow by Cora Metcalf, being in position for a defensive rebound. Almost one of those where you wish the foul wouldn't have been called on the floor because that was an easy putback for Cora Metcalf.
Carson Sanders' first shot gets to fall. So we talk about Cora Metcalf. She's done a tremendous job early on this one. Just a freshman. Playing some quality minutes here as a varsity athlete.
Well,
as a freshman.
You can't coach height.
No,
that's the
certainly
thing.
Can't.
And it's not just that she's tall. She's a skilled player, and she's obviously understanding and grasping as Hereford comes away with the steal. But they're going to get Coolmo on that. But, Cora Metcalf obviously is grasping the concepts that Coach Wingenbach wants her to understand. It doesn't matter how tall you are. You still have to understand your role and be able to execute. And obviously, Cora Metcalf is doing that for Cheyenne.
Hereford's first shot doesn't fall. Caitlin Haas checks in for Brenna Dick. Hereford's second shot. That falls. So that'll increase the Mustangs' score to 40.
And Caitlin Haas looks to take it out and remembers that she's on defense now. It's kind of a crafty veteran move there. See if anyone picked up on that.
Imagine if it worked out.
That's a good backdoor cut there and a good find, but unable to convert for the Huskies. I think that was Lunenborg that flashed into the open and they found her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Good tip and steal by DeVryers. As
good hustle by Elena Holder.
She tips the ball. That goes out of bounds. It'll stay the Huskies' ball. So 40-27, 12-14 left to go in the second half. Slow start to the second half for both teams. DeVryer's shot's no good. See Scout Wood's strength down there in the low post. Gets that rebound, goes up, and she'll go to line shoot too.
A little bit of a frustration foul there, I think, by the Mustangs. Cora Metcalf had good position, but again, we've talked about what a strong player Scout Woods is, and just outfought her for that rebound as Woods misses the first, and wholesale substitutions for the Mustangs. Only Caitlin Haas stays. And we've got Maya Metcalf, Brenna Dick, Brooke Johnson, and Peyton Breidenbach coming in.
Scout Woods doesn't get either shot to fall, but that is pulled down by the Huskies, but tipped around, and Brenna Dick gets the ball. Mustangs push it up.
Ooh.
I saw it, yeah.
Caitlin Haas was open for just a second. No one saw her.
Good find there. Metcalf goes up. Doesn't get that to fall, but is pulled down by Brenna Dick.
Again, no rush.
Caitlin Haas shoots from three. That's hard off back iron, but pulled down by Brooke Johnson. Brenna Dick gets the three to fall.
2 offensive rebounds, and then that hard work on the offensive glass pays off for the Mustangs. That lead is back up to 16. You know, and time's kind of running out for Wahpeton here. You need to kind of, get this, if you can, to single digits within the next few minutes here to probably give yourself a legitimate chance as Brenda Dick outworks Coolmo for that rebound. Looks to go for the runner, but
tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Cheyenne ball as Maya Max and Lunenburg comes in for the Huskies. Brenna Dick up to 19 points in this game.
It's from downtown.
Breidenbach from three.
Net. And that's something we haven't seen as much from the Mustangs this year, is that hot outside shooting, and maybe tonight's going to be kind of one of those turning point games for the Mustangs. This is a 4-0 team that they're playing, a team that's ahead of them in the standings, and they hold a 19-point lead with just under 11 minutes to go. That's very impressive by Cheyenne tonight.
So we'd like to thank Bell Bank Mortgage. Bell Bank Mortgage is proud to support the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Rates are great, so if you're considering moving up or maybe even becoming a homeowner for the first time, talk to the experts at Bell. We'll help you make home happen. Bell Bank Mortgage, equal housing lender. So yeah, like you said, we haven't really seen a ton of or a high mark at the three-point line for these Mustangs as we did last year, but it's in the last couple games, it's starting to look more and more like that Mustang team last year when we had Olivia Manthan just go lights out every night, it seemed like, from downtown. And
it did, or someone else was stepping up, and that was the part that seemed to be missing in those early games against Mandan, against Davies, even against Devils Lake. Kind of more of a struggle than maybe it should have been, or you think it might be, looking at what each team was returning. And maybe we're starting to see some of that timely shooting come around for the Mustangs. And the real positive, Grant, that we failed to mention in this three-game stretch, this tough three-game stretch, is all three are at home for the Mustangs. And so that's going to be a really important part. If you get out of here tonight with a win against Wahpeton and maybe, facing the top two teams in the EDC, maybe you hope for a split between Thursday and Saturday, that really puts you in some pretty good position. And having all three of them at home is certainly a benefit for the Mustangs.
Good move there by Coolmo to the basket, but the shot doesn't fall. And on the rebound, there's a foul.
Yeah, good defensive rebounding position there as Shane's going to move the ball around up top.
Benedict looks to shoot, passes to Metcalf. That shot's off. Pulled down by Coolmo. Cheyenne shooting 6 of 14 from three-point line, shooting 43%.
I think if you can be around that 40% mark in high school, that's a pretty successful night.
Coolmo gets the
and yet
ball.
Cheyenne's still doing a great job on the defensive end. You know, and that's one of those.
Good defense.
Amaya Max flashed and was wide open inside, but no one could recognize her because of the good defense on the outside. As we see Brenna Dick unable to get that one to fall. And
Good
again, the
defense again,
active hands. You know, this is a team that is 4-0, and you're holding them. There's less than 10 minutes to go in the second half, and they haven't hit the 30-point mark yet. That's a really solid defensive effort by this Mustang team tonight.
That's Lunenburg's 4th foul. 16th foul as Maya Metcalf goes to the line, shoot 2. Metcalf's first. Does not fall. Bonches coming in for Lunenburg. Metcalf's second shot from the line. She gets that to fall, so 47-27, Mustangs are up. Carson Sanders and Hannah Herford check in for Caitlin Haas and Brooke Johnson. So after a little struggle early on in this second half, Mustangs do seem to, they've always been playing, they've played great defense this whole game, but the offense
has been very solid, and they struggled a little bit to start off this second half offensively, but they've come on in the last 3 minutes or so as they're making it really tough for Wahpeton to get decent looks. They're going to call a foul on that one on Herford, but that was just good defense. I mean, that was a struggle for Coolmo even to get the ball shot up there.
Coolmo's first shot will fall. Second shot from the line for Coolmo is good too, so she's 2 for 2 from the line as she brings the Wahpeton score up to 29.
I was just going to say, you're almost at a point now where as Cheyenne beats the press and there's an and one opportunity for Metcalf. You're almost at a point for Wahpeton as you're coming up on 9 minutes down 20. You're going to have to try and make something happen. You're going to have to force the issue, see if you can force Cheyenne into some mistakes, some turnovers, and Metcalf slips behind Scout Woods, converts 3 the old-fashioned way, and the lead is up to 21 now.
Maybe a time where the inability to shoot from three-point really hurts.
Yeah, it probably does. Good backdoor cut, but good help by Metcalf, but they're going to say, I think it was clean up high, but got her with the body down below, and that's going to be, I think, only her second personal. And we should point out that Cheyenne is shooting the bonus the rest of the way here, and that could be a big factor as well down the stretch. You know, as Wahpeton's going to have to be more aggressive defensively and going after some steals. If you commit a foul, you know you're going to be sending Cheyenne to the line every time you do that.
Cora Metcalf comes in for her older sister as Elena Holder comes in for Peyton Breidenbach. Second shot from the line is good. Leads down to 19.
So nice and calm by Brenna Dick. Brings the ball over half court. Good find to Cora Metcalf, and Metcalf converts. Great job there. Good job by Cora Metcalf staking out a soft spot in the defense. Great recognition by Brenna Dick, and the result, 2 at point-blank range.
Max on the wing. This is down to Bonches. Good ball movement by the Huskies. That's maybe tipped there by, well, that's definitely tipped by Metcalf. Pushes up the court. Good pass there by Brenna Dick to Hannah Herford.
That is a super pass. That bounce pass makes it really hard on the defense. Great recognition by Brenna Dick. And really, Cheyenne just continues to be strong on the defensive end, collapsing and being in position to help. They're going to get Holder there. It looked like quick step, but they're going to get Holder with the foul. That's only the 6th team foul, so one more. Wahpeton will go to the line, but not as of yet.
Almost good move by Cuomo, but that's tipped out of bounds on Hereford. Kind of went up and under there. That'll be Max to inbound the ball. Gets it in. Oh, good move there. This to Max. Goes in for the reverse.
I think that's the second reverse layup that we've seen her make tonight from under the basket.
Saw one at the other end.
Yeah, that was a really good job. Good find there. Good patience by Brenda Dick.
Ooh.
I think Carson Sanders tried to pull that one back, and it got out of her hand. And that's one of those you don't want to make a foul on, I think, if you're Hannah Hereford. You contest, you make it as difficult as possible, but
without
don't
fouling.
Don't stop the clock. Keep things running. You're up 21. Let that continue to go on.
Wahpeton will now be in the bonus, too.
Don't have a final, but we do know that Wahpeton was able to defeat the Cheyenne boys tonight down in Wahpeton. So the Mustangs drop a tough one. They've got 2 tough games, on the boys' side as well. It's always, a difficult game anytime you're facing the Packers, even though they're in much the same position this year as Cheyenne is on the boys' side in terms of losing so many starters from last year. But anytime you're playing against the Packers, that's a big game. And then Red River, and that's going to be a charge. Yeah, Maya Metcalf was in great position. But Red River on Saturday, that's going to be a big game as well for the boys due to the fact that Red River is one of the top teams in the East. Speaking of, there's a big game going on across town tonight in the boys' side of the bracket. Fargo Davies playing against Fargo North. So this is kind of one of those times a year, it seems like every night that there are games, that there's at least one big game in the EDC, one game on whether it's on the girls' side, the boys' side, that's going to have some serious implications for the overall outcome. As I think Coach Watson was looking for a 5-second call there, claiming that Haas hadn't made sufficient progress to the hoop. But he wasn't able to get it. Great job by Cora Metcalf fighting for that.
Ball.
Even though that goes to the Huskies. Great job against Scout Woods. Cora Metcalf getting in there and wrestling for that and tying it up.
Brian Watson still giving it to the official there on the sideline.
I said, hey.
Looking for the push-off with Haas, I think.
Oh, okay, I thought it was maybe that there was a 5-second call he thought needed to be called because his defender was keeping Haas away from the basket pretty steadily there. Good pickup, good defense again.
Breidenbach decides not to push it up. Smart move there. Swings it around to Caitlin Haas on the corner. Shot doesn't get to fall. That's Bizantes.
Oh.
To Max.
She should have done the reverse layup. I think that would have been the key for her right there.
Bonches on the foul.
And now 9. So the next one will put Cheyenne at the line for the double bonus for the final 6 minutes. And at 21 points, it's really something's got to happen for Wahpeton here immediately, or this one's just going to they're going to run out of time on this.
Cora Metcalf's shot is off. Rebounded, pulled down by Olivia Hansen. Long rebound to Bonches. On the wing, drives in, picks up her dribble. Good defense again.
Yep.
Coach Wingenbach telling them to maybe not press as much, not draw a foul.
Be smart, but be aggressive. And there again, hands up, a tip. Ends up in the hands of Breidenbach. Cheyenne's just going to work the ball around, see if they can get a look that they like.
Benedict goes up with the left hand, can't get that to fall. As Maya Metcalf violently tries to rip that ball out, ties it up for a jump ball. Cheyenne will retain possession on that one. Lunenburg and Coolmo in for the Wahpeton Huskies.
Well, I think this is the type of effort that Cheyenne's going to have on the defensive end, certainly against West Fargo and Red River, if you're going to have a chance to win on Thursday and Saturday. So kudos to Coach Wingenbach getting his team ready here tonight. Mustangs have certainly come to play.
Benedict drives in, puts up a floater, and gets
There
that
it
to
is.
fall. Benedict. Benedict up to 21 points on the night. Scout Wood drives in. That's a block. She'll go to line to shoot two.
I think Metcalf
And
might have been in the...
Brian Watson gets a technical. It appears.
Yeah,
giving the referee a little. Yep. Not sure what the.
Well, I think just maybe saying finally or
Yeah.
what he was upset about. But Scout Woods will get her shots down here, and then we'll go down to the other end to shoot the technical. As Woods misses the first off the back iron. And I think Metcalf was probably inside the restricted area there. I don't know that she was set per se, but I don't think it was terrible position. But I think she was inside the arc there, the restricted area. As Benedict's going to shoot the technical, 2 free throws for the Mustangs, and then possession here.
Scout Woods misses both of hers. First shot from Benedict is good. Second shot from Benedict. That's no good.
And so Cheyenne will get possession out of this, up 24 and 5 minutes to play.
Almost a free timeout, too, for Coach Wingenbach.
He's working the ref over there. Good coach, always, getting a word in when he can, just reminding refs of things that they're seeing out there. I think that refs should be paying attention to. Max, good hands, swats it away from Peyton Breidenbach. Cheyenne retains possession with 20 to go on the shot clock.
Kaylin Hoske finally gets it into Breidenbach. Benedict drives in, puts up another floater. She can't get that to fall.
Kind of, I think, upset with herself on that one.
Scout Woods goes in, gets it to go with the left hand. Coolmo playing good defense there. This is Breidenbach is again Coolmo with good defense, good hands.
So they're going to call over and back on that. That's the one thing you never want to do with pressure away from the basket is to try and dribble your way out of that. At some point, there's got to be someone that comes to give help. But you can't just leave a person on an island out there to deal with 2 people and try and dribble out of that pressure. You'll get away with it from time to time, but that's just not a sustainable way to try and play offense.
Scout Woods gets it up top, kicks out to Max. Max, open 3. Doesn't get that to fall. Rebounded by Lundberg. Ball's tied up a bit.
And they're going to say Breidenbach on the line. Wasn't sure if there was going to be a foul call out of that or just 2 players going for the ball and Breidenbach ending up out of bounds.
Swatted away by Metcalf, but
I think they might get Benedict on the body with that one. I think it was clean on the block from Metcalf, but they're giving it to Metcalf. That's her 4th. But at 3:58 and a 22-point lead, I think if you're Coach Wingenbach, you let that play out. I wouldn't be shocked if in the next minute or so that you maybe decide to clear the bench a little bit.
Hereford comes in for Peyton Breidenbach.
That may be it for the night for Peyton Breidenbach.
Second shot from the line does not fall. Pulled down by Maya Metcalf. Benedict brings it up the far side. Carson Sanders up top. Mustangs content to look for the open.
There's the
there
pass
it is.
they've been looking for all night. Finally got that back screen, that little flex cut there, and unable to convert it, unfortunately. But good recognition, good find.
Max from 3. That's off the back iron. Long rebound there. Wahpeton able to retain possession. As Max drives in on Metcalf. Metcalf, good defense. Ball pulled in by Carson Sanders.
Yeah. That Euro step,
Yep.
that was just enough movement that Coolmo had to lean a little bit there, and I think that's going to be 5 on Coolmo,
Yep.
so she's going to foul out here tonight. Mustangs in the double bonus at 3:12 to go, and Cora Metcalf in for Maya. Annalena Holder in for Carson Sanders, and here come some of the bench players.
It's Kendra Nickerson. Maybe
Nickerson coming in. I think she's got Shooter there, so she's going to wait at least for the 2 free throws.
That's Bronson for the Huskies, checking in for Coolmo as she fouls out. Mustang Media would like to remind you to like and subscribe. Follow us on, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Mustang Post. Good rebound there by Metcalf again. She's finally fouled.
I'm not up on the social media, Grant, but is it true that Jacob Fisher's been working hard on his MySpace account?
I don't know, Jacob, is it?
Trying to get that up and running. Yeah, he
gives
says
us a
he's
thumbs
giving us
up.
the thumbs up. So be sure to check out Jacob Fisher's MySpace page.
Get it up to date with all his.
Find out what's happening in 2004. Just go ahead and head to Jacob Fisher's MySpace page.
That's Kendra Nickerson and Haley Bame checking in for the Mustangs. Score Metcalf. She can't get her shot to fall. Second shot on the way from Metcalf. She does get that second one fall, so 58-35, 3 minutes left to play. Mustangs jumped out to a early lead in the first half and kept it ever since. Playing tremendous defense the whole game.
Yep, just
Boncha's pass goes out of bounds, just a little.
No, they continue to make them work. And who do we have coming in? Is this the hero of the
JV game?
Of the JV game. If you weren't following the huddle stream, Cheyenne down 2 with about a second and a half left, and Kayla Archigo.
Faith Archigo.
Faith Archigo with the from the corner. One-hander kind of drops it in and wins at the buzzer for the Mustangs. Good find.
Good find there by Metcalf. She puts it in for 2. Gets her old rebound off of that little shot.
Padding her stats.
Yeah,
Padding her
yep.
stats.
It's Max on the wing. Looking for something, but good defense again by the Mustangs. Ooh, good find there.
Yeah. You know,
little backdoor.
Cora Metcalf committed on the help, and that defender recognized that Cora had left her, and she just couldn't get back in position to affect the shot, and Wahpeton scores on that as it's 60-37 as we are at 2 minutes to play here in the game.
Good little drive there by Archigo. She can't get that to fall, and Wahpeton will get the rebound.
Dribble weave up top for the Huskies.
Good find there by
Amaya Max there with a good cut to the basket. Good recognition by Olivia Hansen, and Max scores. As we're going to see just a timeout, substitution timeout here as Lucy Greenwood and Callan Fosher going to make their appearances as Holder and Cora Metcalf exit the game.
Like you said earlier, Cora Metcalf may be padding her stats. She's the rebound leader in this game for
well,
the Mustangs.
There you go.
7 rebounds. Fosher up top. Finds a open Haley Bame. Haley Bame drives in. Kicks out to Lucy Greenwood.
5 to go on the shot
Yep.
clock. Now it's go time. Someone's got to figure it out, and good recognition.
Little late, though.
Yeah. I'm going to say violation, but good cut by Lucy Greenwood and good find by Faith Archigo. Just an extra second late as we're down to minute 5 to go. Mustangs hanging on to that 21-point margin. I think they're going to get Archigo on that. Just their feet got tangled up.
Yep. So Max will go to line to shoot 2. Max first shot in and out. Mile Bladeau and Bryn Bishop checking in for the Kendra Nickerson, Haley Bame. So it's officially everybody off the bench for the Mustangs as Mac's second shot does fall. Lead down to 20. Minute left. Bryn Bishop getting pressured there by Hanson. Kicks to Greenwood in the corner. Drives baseline, puts up a shot.
That was a
she
good
gets that
move.
fall.
Great move along the baseline there. They didn't cut her off, let her through there, and she hit the gas and got all the way to the hoop. Nicely done there by Lucy Greenwood.
Maya Max, good spin move. Puts a shot up. She's fouled. 2 shots.
I don't know if that's Blado or Archigo they're going to get on that one, but they'll get one of them. Looks like Archigo. Well, with 27.9 to go, the shot clock is off. So Cheyenne, no need to shoot. We'll see if Wahpeton tries to pressure it all on defense in the half court, or if they're content to just let this game wind down, as the Mustangs appear that they're going to have a 20-point victory at least.
Callan Forsher past the Maya Bladeau. Kicks it out to Bryn Bishop. Swings it around. Cross-court pass again to Maya Bladeau. Greenwood from 3. That's hard.
That one's
tipped around, and it'll be Cheyenne's ball. 1.3 seconds left to go. Cheyenne leads by 21. And that's game.
That'll do it.
So the Cheyenne Mustangs take down the undefeated Wahpeton Huskies in this one, 62-41. Really a great game all around by the Mustangs. Played well on offense, played some really smart, really good defense in this one. I think that might have been maybe the factor.
That was the defense.
Yep.
That was the X factor tonight. That's as good of a game in a half-court defense that I've seen Cheyenne play this year for sure, and maybe even the past couple years. Players that just very rarely found themselves in a bad situation. Active hands on defense, hands up, tipping a lot of balls, blocking a lot of shots, controlling the defensive boards. Just a really, really good defensive effort. And when you're going into a 3-game stretch like this, that's always a good thing to hang your hat on is solid defense. And that was a really nice job. This is a Wahpeton team. You know, we mentioned 4-0 in the conference, but they haven't scored under 50 points all year. And actually, they've scored over 70 the other 3 games. So this easily has to be their low. This is their low output of the season, but just a great job. 21 points given up by Cheyenne in the first half, only 20 in the second half. You play defense like that, and that's going to give you a lot of opportunities. And we mentioned big week. We got the Packers coming in on Thursday. One of the top teams in the state, a ranked team in the state. So this will be an opportunity for the Mustangs to kind of gauge where they've gotten to in the last few weeks. Had that tough run against Davies early on. We'll see if they've kind of figured some things out here.
So if we want to take a quick look back at the stats of this game, Cheyenne shooting 41%, 24 of 58 from the field, 6 of 18 from the 3-point line. So they're 33% from there. 8 for 17, maybe a little down. Rebounds, that's 7 more than Wahpeton had. So, again, maybe one of the reasons. Controlling that ball, like you said earlier in the game. Wahpeton only shooting 31% from the field, 15 to 48. 1 from 7 from the line, only shooting 14% again, back-to-back games. And then 10 to 25 from the free throw line. So, yeah, Cheyenne just shooting better and playing better defense. I think that's really what it came down to.
That again, it's really hard to overstate what a great defensive effort this was for Cheyenne tonight. And, you know, we know they did such a nice job of handling pressure on the ball that Wahpeton really never had a chance to get into a press of any kind. You know, usually trying to do that off of made baskets, and let's be honest, Wahpeton wasn't able to get a whole bunch of those tonight, and as a result, never really put a lot of defensive pressure on the Mustangs, and that's something that we know definitely West Fargo and Red River are going to be doing on Thursday and Saturday. So I'm sure that'll be maybe tomorrow's objective in practice for Coach Wingenbach. How are we going to take care of the ball and focus on the things that you did really well tonight?
So 62-41 win over the Wahpeton Huskies. Mustangs are able to pull it off in a great win here. For all of us at Cheyenne Mustang Media, we thank everybody, Jacob Fisher, Morgan Valvo, Connor Husted, Mr. Knodel gone on vacation, so it's pretty much Jacob Fisher running the show. So thanks to him, really, honestly. So I guess for me, Grant Knodel.
I'm Dan Wolf.
Good night.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they got one the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Make way for the big shots, big balls, big rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan, get lost, we've been this wrong. Look at me now, you can't hold me down, so give me the crown. We're not the same, we're not the same.